Sienna, I know you're busy working right now, so I'm sorry to interrupt. I just have one thing I'd like to talk with you about.
I'm just in my room right now taking my break, so go ahead. Although I have to say it's rare of you to check with me about anything, Mary. Did something happen?
Well, actually, recently, my daughter Summer had gotten pregnant. Right now, she's going into her 4th month of being pregnant.
Congratulations, Mary! You have always been wondering when she'd end up giving you a baby, right? This is also wonderful for you, I'm sure.
That's right. I'm very happy about what's happening, but there's an issue right now. Her husband is currently on a long-term business trip, and so she's the only one in her home. I'm a bit concerned about her being on her own there, so I'd like her to move back here for a bit so that she can have us here to support her.
I see. I mean, this is her first time being pregnant, so it's probably pretty stressful for her without anybody else home. Go right ahead and ask her to come back home. You don't have to worry about me whatsoever, okay?
What? Are you sure, Sienna? You happen to be home all the time right now due to you being able to work from home, so I was just going to ask if it would be fine for Summer to stay for a month or so.
This happens to be Summer's family's home, though, so you don't have to put a limit on how long she can stay here. Rather, it's best that she stay until after having her baby and things calm down. You guys really don't have to worry about me at all.
I am happy to hear that from you, but are you really okay with that? You don't have to be okay with all of this just because you're my son's wife. This is your house as well now, so I only want you to agree with things you're comfortable with.
Thank you for thinking so much about me. But all of my work has become really easy lately, so I'm not really in a big fuss about anything. And as for all those meetings I had to be in before, they aren't really taking place now. Anytime there needs to be a meeting now, I just go into work for it because it's a lot easier for everyone. And to be upfront with you, I've been having to go into work a bit more frequently now.
Oh, is that so?
So really, I'm only ever needing to do computer work from home, and the rest of my responsibilities take place back at the office. While I'm here, I can also get some noise-canceling headphones to wear, and then nobody will be disturbing me. Even with Summer in the house, I think I'll be able to focus on my work just as much as though nothing has changed. So please, by all means, have Summer back home for as long as she needs, and we can all make sure she's okay.
Well, thank you so much, Sienna. Saying all of that has really allowed me to relax a bit.
The only thing is, though, I might not be able to help out a lot on the weekdays, so please understand that.
No worries at all. She is my daughter, so I'm going to be the one taking care of her. I would never ask that you take over for my responsibility. And as for the usual cleaning and cooking here, I'll be keeping up with it all as well. Just focus on what work you need to get done, please. I don't want you to feel like you have to help me out with anything while my daughter is home.
Thank you, Mary. It's because of you always being so open to the kind of work that I do that living with you has been so fun.
What are you saying? Oh, you've made things a whole lot more fun for me by living here. And not just fun, but you've also taken a very huge weight off my back by bringing in the kind of money you do. Right now, Mark is overseas and can't be here to support you and I, so it's really nice to have you here to do his job. If it weren't for you, then I'd be on my own.
Thank you for saying that. Now, I'm going to get back to work here. Please let Summer know I say hi, and I'm looking forward to seeing her soon.
Of course, I'll let her know. Good luck with the rest of your work today. Hey, Sienna, when are you going to come out of that room? I have some things to talk with you about and have been waiting for you to come out of there this whole time.
I'm sorry, Summer. It's getting close to the end of the month, so I've had to step up the pace on my work. I'll be in my room for the rest of today so that I can focus. If you have something to talk about, can you save it for tomorrow?
Huh? What kind of work are you talking about? Don't say such BS like that when you're currently unemployed.
What?
Stop trying to play games with me and come out of that room right now. I do not like the fact that you're my brother's wife, yet don't work a job nor do anything around this house. If you think you can live life all locked up in that room of yours, then I'll have a say in it.
Summer, I'm not just sitting around in here doing nothing. I'm currently trying to get some very important work done here. I'm sure you've heard from your mom already about how I pretty much work remotely at home.
And you think I'm just going to believe what you're having my mom think is going on? You can say you're working remotely all you want, but I know you're in there just playing video games or something. I know everything about what you're up to.
Huh?
I'm not trying to say that you need to go out and work a real job. Plenty of wives are housewives, and I consider that a very real job. I feel that as long as you're getting the chores and cooking done at home, there is no need to go out and work. But from what I've seen, Sienna, you're not doing anything at all while you sit in this house, right? You force my mom to take care of everything and just sit in that room running the power bill.
No, wait, I'm telling you that I'm working right now. I'm not just sitting in this room playing around or anything. I sure wish some days that I could be, though.
You stop it with all that lying, please. I have heard all about this on the news recently. That most companies are asking remote workers to come back into the office and stop working from home.
What?
Even the larger companies are ending the whole working from home scandal, right? So don't tell me that you're working in that room when the only companies in town are little companies that can't even afford having their employees working from home. So in other words, everything you've been saying to me about working in there has been a lie. You're just lying to me, all in order to stay in that room longer while playing your video games.
What was being said on the news doesn't pertain to every company, though, right? There are still plenty of companies allowing their employees to work remotely. And the company I'm currently employed at was having their employees work remotely even before I joined the company, so it has always been a part of their structuring.
You stop lying to me right now. I already know the truth about you, so just confess that you're doing nothing besides waste power in that room. Just tell me already that you are unemployed and that you have been forcing my mom to do all the work in this house. Right now, the only title you're worth having is the household shut-in.
You really think that I'm a shut-in?
I totally understand the feeling of not wanting to do any chores because it's such a pain in the butt, but my mom is allowing you to stay in this house with her, so you should at the very least be helping clean. Also, this year my mom's knees have started to bother her, and they will only get worse unless you stop sitting around and do the chores for her.
When I started living with your mom, we set the rules for who would be doing what in this house. She told me that since I'm working full-time, and even sometimes more than that, she'd be taking care of cleaning and cooking. But of course, she doesn't have to do everything herself either. Some days, if she's not feeling well, we have a cleaning lady come in to take care of the chores for us.
Huh? You have gone and hired a cleaning lady now? Did I ever say it was okay for you to do something like that? You should be the one cleaning since you're being allowed to live here.
I've said it plenty of times now. I am working my job remotely from home and don't have time to do the chores. Stop trying to change my story and just believe me already.
What you're trying to say to me is unbelievable. All you are is a shut-in, and all these lies you keep telling me prove that. Stop trying to think that you can do whatever you want just because my older brother is an elite.
What?
I know about how my brother is always being asked to go to work overseas and is never home to be with you. And so he's asked you to stay with my mom because he's worried about her having to live on her own. But to think things would turn out this way with you living here? While I'm back home at my mom's house, I'm going to make things right. I'm going to take this rotten shut-in and turn her into a proper housewife for my mom.
Hey, Summer. What you and your friends did to me today was taking it way too far. I have to say, I think I'm at my limits now with you.
Huh?
Today, I had to go out to deal with some things outside the house. And while I was out, some of your friends started to gather around me and box me in. They started to call me an old hag and a rotten shut-in. They also began to blame me for causing you all this trouble while you're back at your mom's house with your baby. I was afraid for my life because at the time I had no clue who any of them were as they surrounded me like that.
Oh no, my friends would get together and do all of that for me? They care so much about me and my baby, and they take time to go out and teach you a lesson like that? Oh, how I love being back in my hometown.
What?
Let me tell you, I never asked any of them to do that sort of thing to you, all right? I just happened to tell them about how much of a pain in the butt you've been for me while I'm back home with my mom. About how you don't work at all, and how you don't do any of the chores, and about how all you do is get in the way of my mom and I, causing me tons of stress. That must have upset all of them to the point that they'd try to scare you like that. All of my friends are some of the best people to have around.
You know, I had kind of gotten used to you always being mistaken about the kind of things that I do. But I never thought that leaving you be with those misconceptions of me would ever lead to something like that. I feel attacked now.
Huh? Attacked? How can you feel attacked when I'm the victim of a shut-in like you sitting in my mom's house with me? They were not attacking you. Rather, they were all trying to teach you a lesson so that you'd get back to reality and find a job. I have had it up to here with you just wasting away while forcing my mom to do everything for you.
What do I have to do to get you to believe what I've been saying? I've even tried having your mom tell you about me, but you always take that as me forcing her to say all that. I just can't seem to get anywhere with you.
I feel the same thing with you, though, causing me all this headache by not acting like an actual decent wife. What do I need to do to get you to go out and find a job? I think I know the answer. I've had all your things moved into a storage unit.
What did you say?
I always thought everything about this was strange. Even though you never worked or did anything for my mom, you got to have the biggest room in the house to yourself. So I've gone ahead and prepared a far better room to match your character.
And do you think that better room for me is in a storage unit? Are you seriously going to tell me to go live there now?
Well, you've just been a useless shut-in this whole time, so I had no other choice. A shut-in like you who always gets in the way has no better place to live than outside this house. And if you don't like living in the storage unit, then you can just leave this property for good.
Well then, I guess I'm going back to my parents' house.
Go ahead and leave, please. It will help my mom and I out a lot more to have a useless woman like you gone for good. And I hope that soon after this, my brother ends up divorcing you. What kind of stupid crap have you been saying to her, you brainless daughter of mine? If you send her out of this house now, then we're finished with. Are you trying to make your own mother homeless or something? Huh? I cannot begin to think where things went wrong with you. You are just so stupid in every single way. You can't even listen to what other people try to tell you anymore because your own brain-dead thoughts are too powerful. I can't be a mother to something like you anymore. I've been the one with way more stress than anybody else in this dang house. What? What is going on here, Mom? Why are you using Sienna's phone to text me right now? This whole time that you've been in my house, I haven't been able to catch my breath. You and that baby you're carrying have really done it now, coming into my house and ruining everything for me. I just cannot deal with you. What the hell were you thinking, taking all of Sienna's things and putting them out in that storage unit like that? I'm not going to let you have your way any longer in a place that is not your dang home. Huh? Why do I have to listen to my mom talking to me like that now? I threw all her things in the storage unit for your sake, Mom. You have to hate having that rotten shut-in stuck in your house, right? How many frickin' times do I have to tell your frickin' butt that she is not a shut-in? Right now, Sienna has been the pillar of this house and has been doing all that work for her family. It's because of her that I've been able to stay in this house. Why the hell can't you understand something like that, you brainless screw-up? But it's not because of her that everything's ended up this way. It's because of everyone but her. I know that my brother is the one that's kept this house for you, and he'll keep doing that as long as he can focus. That's why he had Sienna move in with you in the hopes that she'd do her job as a wife and help you with all the chores and cooking. But she hasn't been doing any of that, instead forcing you in your old age to do everything for her. For crying out loud! Just listening to what you're saying is giving me a migraine. The only reason why your brother is able to keep doing his job while overseas and not have to come back here is because Sienna is making over $200,000 a year with her job. What? $200,000? I think you have it backwards, right? She's not making that kind of money. Her husband is, my brother. He was the one to graduate from one of the top universities in the US and is working for an international company. I am always bragging about him to everyone I know. It's him who should be making $200,000 a year. Your brother quit his job at that international company ages ago, and after doing that, he chased after his childhood dream of going around the world doing photography. What? He quit his job? But your brother has no idea how to manage himself well enough to actually make any money through photography. He just keeps running around the world trying to make things work to no avail. He's even started his own business online, but it's in the red right now. But luckily, he and I have Sienna, bringing in $200,000 every year to keep both this house and your brother above water. What? Wait a second, I never heard a thing about any of that. I didn't even know that he quit his job and has been trying to make it as a photographer overseas now. And had he been good at what he's trying to do, we would have been able to tell you about his new job. But because he's failing so badly, what was there for me to tell you? What? So now, like I've been saying to you, Sienna is the pillar of this house. It's because of her that your brother can continue running around outside the country taking pictures, and it's because of her that I can still live in this house. Yet here I am, having to learn that my own mentally disabled daughter has gone and kicked her out of the house. If you really can't find a way to get along with her when she has done nothing wrong, then you get the hell out of my house. I'll go take all your things out to the storage unit and you can live in it. Wait, Mom, I'm pregnant right now, right? I am pregnant with your first grandchild. Are you really going to tell me to go out and live in that shed while I'm carrying this baby? If you don't want to live out there, then go back to your own home. I don't give a crap about you anymore. The only person I need to be worried about now is Sienna. If she really does go back home to her parents' house and leaves your brother, I'll be done for. I have a lot to do now, so you gather your things up and leave. Hey, I think everything I've done so far was not called for. I'm so sorry for the things I chose to ignore about you and all the horrible things I've said. So would you please let me back inside the house? I never actually thought the day would come when I'd have to spend the night out here in this unit.
I like to think you look perfect in that storage unit, and it seems to have gotten you to calm down.
I even tried asking my mom to let me back in, but she's not listening to a word I say. So please, can you let me back in the house? If you say that you forgive me, then I'm sure that my mom will too.
I'm sorry, Summer, but I already talked with your mom about all of this, and we both came to agree that you are not allowed to come back inside this house ever again. So, if you don't want to live in the shed anymore, get all your things together and go home.
What? You're not going to let me come back into that house with you guys?
Please understand that your mom's anger with you is totally warranted. She has said that with all you've done, she cannot even bother caring for your baby. So it's really best that you go back to your own home and have your baby there.
No way!
The only reason I'm sticking around after all you've done is because your mom begged me so much yesterday to stay here. But I told her that if you are still on the property, then I'm not going to want to be here much longer. So for the sake of your own mother, please go back home and never come back.
But this is my house as well, right? There's no way you can kick the daughter out of her family's home.
And I totally agree with that, but you are not really family to your mom anymore. You happen to have a lot of friends around town though, right? Why don't you ask one of them to let you into their home for the time being? You were talking about how amazing of friends they all are, so I'm sure they'd let you hang out at their place for a while, right?
What kind of good friends are you talking about? Because of you, all of them have left me. I already tried asking all of them to let me come stay at their houses, but all of them told me no almost immediately.
What? Why would they say no to you? You made it seem like all of them were your best friends.
Shut the hell up. This is all because of you, idiot. All because of the influence you have within that company. I heard about how you called around to all their workplaces and told on them. Because of you, all of them got yelled at by their higher-ups and are in trouble themselves now.
That had nothing to do with my influence. It just so happens that while all your friends tried to scare me, they were on their lunches, and all their employee ID cards were hanging from their necks. And, well, I realized that they happen to all be working for companies that are partnered with the company I'm in. So, in order to give them all a warning about trying something like that on me again, I called their bosses.
Huh?
That's all, Summer. At the time they all did that to me, I was on my way to meet with a very important partner of mine. So, because of what your friends did to me, I was a little late for the meeting. I was still able to meet with them, of course, but I had to explain what happened and all that. So, in order to keep all companies affiliated with that partner of mine and I happy, I called your friends' bosses and told them what could happen to their companies if the plans with my partner fell through, and I couldn't meet with them.
It's all because of you and those phone calls. All because of them that my friends don't want to have anything to do with me anymore. All because of you that all of them had to feel embarrassed while being scolded by their bosses. What the hell was I thinking by calling you a shut-in? You are some kind of crazy businesswoman. Because of you, all my friends are leaving me due to being on the chopping block.
Not so good of friends to you now, are they?
Why the hell is this happening to me? Where can I go to now? This is my first time being pregnant, and you're telling me I have to deal with the baby all on my own?
I am saying that. But don't worry, because you always have your husband's family to go to. All you have to do is give them a call, and then you can go live with them.
What did you say?
Don't worry, as I've already gone ahead and told them you'd be calling. I told them you'd be planning on coming over to stay with them and that you are a wonderful wife. I even have them thinking you'll be handling all the chores and cooking when you get there. When I said all of that to them, your mother-in-law sounded so excited about you going there. I think you still have one place to go stay at with other people now. So go right ahead and start heading over there. I'm sure even after this, your in-laws will be wanting you to be around them more often.
You're joking, right? Wait, there's no way I can go live with them. And you also told them I do all the chores? No frickin' way I'm going there.
Now come on, Summer. You seem to know a whole lot about getting chores done in the in-laws' house as a wife, so you'll be totally fine. Now you have a wonderful time over at their house, and I hope your baby comes out happy and healthy. After that, Summer ran back to her home, but her mother-in-law was already there waiting to take her to their house. And so, with no other choice, Summer was forced to move to her in-laws' house to have her baby. Mary went ahead and had a chat on the phone with Summer's mother-in-law as well, and made sure to tell her to whip her daughter into shape while she was over there, which the mother-in-law replied by saying she'd have very strict rules for her to keep her in line. As of right now, Summer is being yelled at every day to get her chores done, and that it's because of her husband she's been allowed the luxury of being a housewife. As for myself and Mary, we have been continuing to enjoy living in the same house together, all while I continue to support my husband's dream. Not only is Mary's cooking some of the best I've ever had, but I don't think I'd ever give up living in this house with her to be back with my own parents. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.